I'm just kidding, I didn't do it.
I actually did it.
I actually did it.
Okay, so.
I just want an explanation.
That was pretty stressful. No, you didn't.
Okay, so the video does not work.
That's great.
I write on
Save a
this.
video from your phone or like FaceTime Adriana.
You didn't actually write, it didn't work.
Why don't you FaceTime Adriana? Because
do
you have her
FaceTime.
number.
No, why don't you?
It's not
I
gonna
don't
work.
have
Sorry,
her
guys.
number. I don't have her number.
Hey, you do.
I do?
Everybody's got her address.
She blocks you.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Number 1, we're going to use substitution. We're going to take this 3x and put it in for the y, because it says y equals 3x. So we're going to put it in for 3x in for y. We're going to do the distributive property. Then we're going to have 3x plus 6x. It's going to be 9x equals 9. Divide both sides, so x equals 1. Once you know that x equals 1, you're going to take the 1 and put it back in, and we'll figure out that y equals 3. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down for this one right here.
You did that one.
Yeah, you
we
did.
did that. We did that.
Okay.
It's coming.
Okay. What about number 2?
I did that wrong.
So this says x equals 5. So we're going to put 5, literally put 5. Hey, Jameson, if you're going to eat, not talk. If you're going to talk, mask on. Thank you. X equals 5, so we're literally just going to take out the x and put in the 5. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Plus 4y equals 13. 13 minus 15 is going to be negative 2. Oh, it's going to be plus though.
Yeah.
13 plus 15 is going to be 28. Divided by 4, y is 7. Take 7, plug it back in for the y, solve that, and you'll get 5. How do we feel about that?
It says
Yes?
x equals 5. You can just look at that.
Oh, or yeah, or it says x equals 5. That's much better, thank you. Thumbs up, thumbs down. With that. Down, middle, up. Okay, so we're all over the place. Okay.
I did fine on this one. I just made too many stupid mistakes.
5, let's look at number 3. It says y equals negative 2x. So you're going to take negative 2x and put it in place of the y. So then you're going to have 5x plus 6 parentheses negative 2x equals negative 7.
We'll do the math. So it'd be 2 times 6, and then you'd end up with 6x, negative 6x, right?
You'll end up with negative 12x.
12x, yeah. And then 12x plus 5 is
Negative 7.
negative 7. And so negative, and there, okay.
Yeah.
Can I go to my locker and get a pencil?
For a service rate.
Check.
Yeah.
What would you get a check?
I don't get checks.
Okay, did you do work for this?
You do it like once in a blue
Or
moon.
you didn't do any calculation?
I like that.
You need to go over 5, 6s.
I did this one, this
4,
one, this
5,
one.
6. Yeah, I did 5 and 6 on a graph, because I could not
This
do
one
it.
would be.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn this a little bit because I can't do it on the board. Let's look at number 4. Somebody read it for me, please. Number 4, first one.
Y equals 4x plus 17.
Okay, the next one.
Negative x equals 2y equals 11.
You guys are mean.
That's right.
Negative x minus 2y.
Minus 2y.
Logan. See, and you get it wrong.
You steal it and you get it wrong.
I said that correctly.
Okay,
I did.
the y is isolated, yes? Yeah?
Yes.
So wherever y is the same thing as this, okay? So we can take this whole thing and plug it in for y. Give me a thumbs up if that you understand that part. The concept of that, yeah? So then we're just gonna have a lovely algebra mess up to 17 equals 11. Okay? So we have the distributive property, negative 2 times 4x. Negative 2 times 17, 34.
What did it plus?
No,
In the middle?
no,
Well, negative 8x plus 34.
no, because it has a negative, the negative 2.
Oh, yeah, because it would be negative, yeah.
What terms can we combine?
X.
Negative x minus x, so negative 9x minus 34 equals 11.
Plus 34.
Plus 34. Negative 9x equals 35.
45.
45, thank you. So then x equals negative 5. Once we know that x equals negative 5, where do we want to put it in?
For x. On the right here. For x.
Let's do this one. We could do either one, right?
Yeah.
I want to do this one. 4 times negative 5 plus 17, so negative 20 plus 17. Y equals negative 3. So our point is going to be negative 5, comma negative 3.
For question 6, what does it say 4 equals 5?
Number 6.
It's 4 equals 5.
But no, it's 5 equals 4.
Is this possible?
Yes. Totally possible.
Is it? It's possible for 4 to equal 5?
No.
So, what does that mean?
There's
No solution.
There's no solution. There is no solution to number 5. So what does that tell you about the graph?
Parallel.
Yeah?
They're parallel.
Wow. Incredible.
What about number 8? What did you get when you did number 8?
I got negative 1.
What's the
Right.
rate?
Negative 8. I mean, number 8. Number 8.
Okay.
Negative 1, 8.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that many people did not do it. Nope. I want you to try it real quick.
Wait, number 8.
Number 8.
What is the bottom part say?
Okay. Y equals, what is that, negative 8x?
I got negative 1, comma
Negative 24x
Thank you.
minus 3y equals 0.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like you know where to start.
No.
First step.
Okay.
You know first step?
Yeah.
Not really.
I did this
Actually,
one.
yeah.
You did it?
Yeah, I did, but
Okay.
Zero. X and Y equals 0. Because
24x minus 24x is 0. So 0 equals 0. So that means
Okay,
that
how's
it's
that
gonna
work?
be, you did it, we just didn't know what it
it's
means.
just 0.
It means
because
infinitely many
it
solutions.
equals 0, so everything else has to equal 0. 0 plus 0 equals 0.
To start, you're gonna take this one,
Oh, I see.
8x, and put it in for y.
I'm like a qualified guess.
Oh, sorry.
0.
You're 0.
Good job. I got negative 1.
How do you get 1, 8?
0.
But you
I
don't know
accidentally
that it's
did
0 yet.
2
I don't know,
x
it's
instead of
because,
negative.
like, since it equals
Well,
0,
When I say that, I
that
say it just
anything
like
to
say it.
equal 0,
Why?
you have to multiply, and you
You know
don't
what you can do
actually,
with that?
you're going to have to
Take
multiply
it up
by
and
0. So it equals 0.
So
So
then
your
lose
answer is
what?
0.
No, but x is, it does not mean that x is equal to 0.
X and crannies.
It means everything cancels out.
Is it just like pockets?
Yeah.
You know?
Literally the subtraction.
So, okay, so you didn't do the problem. You just copied it down.
Right.
Why did you just combine them? Why did you just do negative 24x minus 24x? With 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, I got on 3.
This will,
But it still would be 0 no matter
Wait,
what.
I want you to do this right now. Because it'd be, yeah.
It would still be 8x equals 24x. It makes the real
it'd be positive 24, because two negatives are positive. So that means positive 24 plus negative 24 equals 0, so 0 equals 0, so 0, 0, so 0.
Like if they're the same, they just cancel for that.
So instead of y,
So it's 0.
Logan, go sit down.
Yeah.
Wait till he's done through it.
Why?
He called me a butthole. And then he said he was just being polite when I asked him a question. I didn't put those on my chair.
Yeah, social management.
Show my chair.
Okay, so 8th grade, recall that this is saying negative 8x is the same as y, yeah?
Yep.
So wherever we see y, we can just replace it. So they're equal to each other, so we're just going to put that in there. And we're going to rewrite it, negative 24x minus 3. That was y. And then instead of y, we're going to put that equals 0. We're going to do the distributive property. Negative 3 times negative 8x is going to give us a positive 24x. So negative 24x plus positive 24x equals 0. Oh, thank you. So let me ask you this. If we put 0 in for x at this point, then it's going to be 0 equals 0, right? What if we put 1 in? If we put 1 in for x, that's going to be negative 24 plus 24, and that's going to be equal to 0. So that makes it true, yeah? If we put, well, what if we put negative 1 in? If we put negative 1 in, negative 1 times 24 is going to be positive 24 plus negative 24. That's going to equal 0, and that's going to work. Is there a number that I could put in for x so that it won't be true?
No.
What do you mean won't be true?
It'll always be true.
So that it won't be equal to 0.
It does it to both sides.
Yeah.
But no matter what you multiply 24 by, you're going to multiply that also by negative 24, so they're always going to cancel out because they're always going to be the same.
But opposites.
But they're the same but opposites, so then they're going to cancel out, and you're going to get 0. So that means that it doesn't matter what number you put in for x, it's always going to be the same. So that means every number is a solution.
With all solutions?
Or no solution.
It's still 0. 7.
Infinite solutions. Yes, no.
C.
Did you guys get the burger?
No.
Yes.
Like burger? Yeah.
Okay. There is a word problem on the test that is kind of tricky, and it's similar to this one. The Calorie Cafe is known for their hot dogs and burgers. The number of calories in a burger is 220 more than the number of calories of a hot dog. So, however many calories a hot dog is,
Hot dog?
you're going to add 220, and that's going to equal the burger, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Pro tip here, high school tip here. When a teacher says there's a problem very similar to this on your test, and you have a piece of paper you can use on your test, you should probably get that sucker out, write down the work, and then later on copy the problem onto that paper because you will actually be able to use it. So, you should get out your piece of paper.
I wonder what she is inferring.
Hypothetically, if you were to tell me how to do this very easily.
Good, that's fine then. But you'll have to show work.
Okay.
I don't know right now. Well, I will tell you that you have to write an equation.
I am.
I know, so maybe you should write it down. Okay. So it's talking about the calories of the burgers. This is also going to be videotaped. You might want to go back and rewatch it if you're having a hard time. The calorie of the burgers is 220 more than the hot dogs, right? So here's an equation. What we're going to talk about in about 5 minutes is how to write an equation. Here's the equation for that. Hot dogs plus 220 equals the amount of calories for a burger. Okay. The next part gives you the mega meal, which consists of 2 hot dogs and 1 burger, has 1,400 calories. Okay. So we're talking about calories. 1,400 calories if you eat 2 hot dogs and 1 burger.
1420.
Thank you.
14.
So if you have 2 hot dogs and 1 burger, the total calories is 1,420.
Yes.
If you want to know how many calories are in a burger, you're going to find out how many calories are in a hot dog, then add 220.
Or you can just.
Couldn't you do the thing where you put that in
Could you
B?
just subtract 220 and then what's it called? Subtract 220 from 1420, and then
I'm not listening
There's
to you
2
right now.
divide that number that you have by 0
What's that word
or
again?
by 2.
What? What's that word again?
Pontificate.
1 times
Like a really
8
small
plus
answer.
220.
So because we know that the burger is the same as this, we can do 2 hot dogs plus the calories of a burger. Well, the calories of the burger is just a hot dog plus 220. And that will equal 1420. Give me a thumbs up if you're following that process.
How does
Like,
that become so complicated?
You're watching, you understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
2 hot dogs plus 1 hot dog plus 220 equals that. So we're going to have 3 hot dogs equals 1, 2, 1,200.
I'm doing it on the back.
What?
And so you do 3 divided by 12.
Wait, where'd you get
which is
3
400.
hot dogs?
Wait, because 1 hot dog plus 220 equals a burger.
Yeah.
You're taking that top.
I took out the burger.
So there's no burger.
And since
And just
that
adjusting
equals
with the hot dogs. Luke, I really suggest you write this down.
I know.
Okay. My heart is breaking right now because I know that there's some people not paying attention and they're going to come to the test and it's going to be harder because they're not paying attention or writing things down. So now that we know how much a hot dog has,
Wait, the equation.
How did you get? Like combined the 3 hot dogs, and then you had 220 equals 1420.
yeah,
She minus 220.
I subtracted 220.
Oh, from 1420.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would just times 2 the 400. That was not right sounding of it. And then you'll whatever the difference is how much the burger is. Or you can do that, but you know. That's the point. 400 plus 200.
Why make it easy when you make it harder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
400 plus 220 is the burger. So that's going to be about 620. Yeesh.
There's a lot of calories.
Wait, I
for
thought hot
burger.
dogs have more calories than
They
that.
do not.
No.
No, because the burger has like the buns
Yeah.
and the
Yep,
cheese
yep,
and the
yep.
mayo. And
Lettuce. And
I
What
just-
if you were to make a hot dog into a burger?
I can't read, okay? I just didn't read it right.
Yeah, you're blind.
Luke, stop.
You're right in that. I don't know how.
They call me Helen Keller.
Let me ask you a question. Was the word problems easier or the regular no
Regular.
context?
Right.
This one was harder, but the other word problem was pretty easy.
The other word problem was really easy.
So it depends on the word problem.
Awesome. Okay. It's Wednesday. We have a short little quiz.
Ah.
Yay.
Exactly what I wanted.
Especially because I have no idea how to do any of this.
That's exactly what I wanted.
love this so much.
Yay. How do you know us?
You literally
He
have
is
like
Helen
every
Keller.
single ability on the map.
8th grade. I want to go over the directions for one of these to make sure you understand what to do. I caution you to not just run ahead and start them, because in about 2 minutes you're going to be at my desk asking a question and I'm not going to answer it.
Exactly what I'm What am I supposed to do without my phone?
Oh, yes, I know. I know you all well. You're not the only one who would do that.
Oh, I'm like,
Okay.
whoa. Oh.
So I'm looking at this one that has 2 lines on it. And the first one says, given the lines shown here, what are 2 possible equations for the system of equations? Okay. So I want you to write 2 equations, and it doesn't have to be exact. I mean,
Are they
depend-
parallel?
what?
Yeah, are they parallel? They are. They look parallel.
What if they're not parallel though?
Jameson, stop. Okay. They do not have to be exactly right. They do not have to be perfect, because, you know, there's no numbers or anything on there, but they do have to be in this form, please. Just in case you need a review, that's where the equation starts. This is the slope. It's how it moves. Okay?
What's the B stand for?
So, you don't have to be very specific, but it does have to make sense. For example, I don't want you to say it, but just think, should that slope be positive or negative? One of them is right, and one of them is wrong. If you put the wrong slope, whether it's positive or negative, there's no even, it's just not reasonable. Okay?
Wait, Ms. Cummings, what does the plus B stand for?
White intercept.
I just said it.
I just did
You said the start of the equation.
It's where you start when you're graphing,
Is that extremely
Oh, yeah.
faint line
on the
supposed to be there?
y-axis.
Yeah, I knew that.
do you want numbers?
Yes, you do need to put numbers in for those,
Okay.
but I want the equation in this form.
And then, do you want 2 separate ones or
Yes, I need an equation for
It's
each line.
coming.
for each one? Okay.
What's that extremely faint line there for? Is that just trying to be
That's the second
No,
line.
that's
Second
that's the
line.
second line. So it says, given the lines shown here, what are 2 possible equations? So there's 2 lines, 2 equations. Okay, you can go ahead and get started. Oh, okay, there's a back, and on the back, the solution needs to be in the form of a point. Right? Parentheses, number, comma, number, that's the form it needs to be in when you answer it. Go ahead.
Can I use this blue sheet?
Yeah. Okay. So please get out your packets.
Do we have?
Unit 4, lesson 15.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Unit 4, lesson 15, please. You guys have some good books.
Thank you. What do you book?
Well, everyone who's reading is like so engrossed in it, they're like not, they're just lost in their books.
Were you just?
Or you have to do it before like we work class.
So go ahead and get out your packets. Unit 4, lesson 15. Logan, Lucas, Lily.
You can hear her.
I know that book must be amazing, but or you're just ignoring me. You're hearing me say get your packet out, and you're like, I'm just not going to. I'm going to pretend like I'm reading.
My parents? Which one?
Okay. Put a star by this. I want you to do this one of this for homework. That first part. That's going to be part of your homework tonight.
Which one?
Very beginning.
The very beginning. This one right there. Killing me smells.
All 4 of them?
Yep. Yeah. I gotta, we're going to create a system of solutions. So we're gonna write the equations.
Okay, let's see it.
Look.
Yes.
And
I have the right packet.
Where is that?
It's unit 4, lesson.
Unit 4, lesson 15. That first part is homework, so you should already have a star by it. Okay. We're going to create a system of equations together. Okay, it says Lynn's family is out for a bike ride and her dad stops to take a picture of the scenery. He tells the rest of the family to keep going and then he'll catch up. Lynn's dad spends 5 minutes taking the photo.
Wow.
And then rides at 0.25 miles per minute until he meets up with the rest of the family. Lynn and the rest of the family were riding at 0.18 miles per minute.
Miles per minute.
Oh.
Okay, so let's tackle the easiest one first, right? Does Lynn's speed change at all?
No.
So how could you write that?
What are we looking for? Oh, I'm trying to see.
We're writing equations.
Couldn't you just do this, like, y is equal to, like, 0.18x?
Yeah, y equals 0.18x. Because that's her speed, she keeps going and going. Y equals 0.18x. For the dad, we know what his speed is, right? Yeah, 0.24. Y equals 0.24x, except, go ahead, Jameson.
Is it minus 5? Plus 5.
Plus 5. Wait.
No,
Because it
minus
takes
five.
Minus 5, yep.
Yes, why?
Minus 5,
Because he
because
stopped and took.
yeah. We have to account for the fact that dad didn't write for 5 minutes.
Well, I was in the zone.
And so if he wrote an extra 5 minutes, it would be plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he had a 5-minute head start, it'd be plus 5. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah?
You have to go up.
Down. In the middle means, you don't understand it all, or you, as I'm explaining it, it makes sense, but you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's right.
100%.
Number 2, Noah's planning a kayaking trip. A rental A charges a base fee of $15 plus $4.50 per hour. Kayak B rental charges a base fee of $12.50 plus $5 per hour. I want you guys to write these. We've done these very many times from the beginning of the year, and I want you to go ahead and think about this. I know you know how to write this.
Wait, 2 different ones?
Yeah, there's 2 different equations.
Can we solve it?
Yep. No, you don't have to solve it. But once you get it, I want you to go into 3.
Yeah, Karen, you could not do these points.
Wait, so basically, so what is the point of doing this?
Because number 3 is cut off.
It's way more expensive.
But you might want to know
Together, period.
how many do you have to buy for the prices to be the same?
No, because this one's $4.50 per hour, this is $5.
Yeah, but this one is only $15. So if you're gonna be if it's gonna be a long time, you wanna start with that one. But if it's gonna be a short amount of time, start with that one. There at some point where they're gonna be the same cost. Right? They want you to write 2 equations. They want you to write 2 equations to represent this equation. Okay.
We just read equations going on?
Let's look at number 3. Number 3 says Diego is making a large batch of pastries. The recipe calls for 3 strawberries for every 1 apple. So 1 apple equals 3 strawberries, right? 1 apple equals 3 strawberries. The second one says Diego used 52 fruits all together. So he took some apples and then he put in some strawberries, and I don't know which one is which, but all together they're 52. Okay. The last one. Flour cost 80 cents per pound and sugar cost 50 cents per pound. An order of flour and sugar weighs 15 pounds and costs $3? $9. So if you have flour plus sugar, the weights, how much flour and how much sugar, and you add them together, it's going to be 15 pounds. But if you're talking about only the cost is, how much is flour?
80 cents.
0.80 cents for each pound of flour, plus 50 cents of sugar, 50 cents per pound of sugar, and that's going to be $9. I'm going through this quickly because we spent more time at the beginning of class with the substitution. Yeah. So your homework tonight, I want you to do that first section in the practice problem and the student task, and then the practice problems for lesson 15. Practice problems lesson 15. How many are there? Like 5, 3,
Wait, what is it?
There's just a lot of parts. Yeah, there's like.
Yeah, but those parts are going to say part 1, write an equation that represents Diego. Part 2, represent write an equation that represents Juan. Part 3, figure out when they equal to each other. So.
Oh, yeah.
What?